more, when they're not seal coat, when they're not paved curb and gutter. You know, so
You know,
I think personally, I would make a motion that we table this, send it back to Public Works, Public Safety, whoever, to actually get the lot lines put out there so we can see more clearly.
That's a survey.
well, and I think on that,
You can't get,
on
so
that
what,
topic,
sorry, George.
on that topic, Kate,
Go ahead.
on that topic, we do have a completed survey and the abstract on the HMEU building. We can validate whether those distances are accurate, because within the abstract for the HMEU building, it includes the plat map for those, all those other lots on the north side. So if we can validate the boundary line on the south side of the HMEU building, it should be able to then validate on up past the shop and past Bill Colwell's building. I don't know about this other side, but it also, I'm trying to recall in my mind whether the right-of-way, city right-of-way was laid out on the south side, and it may have been. So that abstract and the survey would be a starting point.
So that abstract is on my desk right now. But it might be, George, that whoever did the survey for the building for not a fee that's a full survey cost, could at least shoot us the line from where the pin is at the HMEU building,
Straight down the line.
northeast or whatever,
Yep,
as opposed to doing, and that's just a question I don't know the answer to in terms of what do they charge for, you know, finding a pin and finding another pin. So we don't, I mean, what we're asking for isn't a formal survey. I'm not looking for
right.
a written survey. I'm looking for verification on where exactly is the lot line.
So Kate, you're gonna make a motion to table it, send it back to Public Works. I'll second that.
Is that the best thing to do at this point, Heather?
If that's the answer you want, yeah.
I just think we need to find out exactly where it's at so that we can find out, because if that's the case, then we need to look at where all parking is happening, because obviously the shop parking is coming out further into the street too, as well as it looks like lots of feet onto the FFC property that we could make that road wider and it might alleviate all the problems.
So if you all are looking for where the exact lot lines are on that north side, are you also looking for where they are on the south side?
Yes.
Okay, so when George and I have a conversation with whoever did the survey for HMEU, what you really want is you want true lot lines on both sides.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep,
So
agreed.
So,
she moved, I seconded.
okay, any other discussion? Okay, roll call?
Hold on.
Take your notes.
All right, Wyatt,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Buns,
Aye.
Sewell.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0.
Okay. Item B, discussion action to approve resolution 2901, a resolution adopting the 2022 City of Hudson Comprehensive Plan update.
So moved.
Second.
The only question I have about this is, does it have to update like all the names in it too? Because it's the 2019 and it's like the wrong council people, and
It's when it started.
so does that just stay like that then?
Thank you.
Chester, I'll be in touch.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, does that just stay like that and we're just adding on to the ending of it then? Okay. I would, you know, obviously trying to read through the main parts of stuff, I was like, that's not even the right name.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh wait, it says 2019, never mind.
Updating, yeah,
Okay.
updating it, yep.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Roll call?
Wyatt,
Aye.
Sewell.
Aye.
Buns,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0.
Okay, item C, discussion action to approve resolution 2902, a resolution
Wow.
setting a public hearing for amendment of the annual budget.
That's interesting. Hold on.
Oops.
Okay,
Oh, time out.
Screen sharing has stopped. Hold on, I don't know what happened.
Way to go, Dave, fix it.
Well, you gotta prove it first.
Oh!
Do we need that up there?
Do you know?
well, do we need the recording?
Well, I'm recording right here.
Oh, right there, okay. So,
I don't know what happened.
okay, we'll
All right,
we'll
keep
move
going.
on then. To setting a public hearing for amendment of the annual budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2022. And this will be setting a public hearing then on March 28th.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Reister.
Aye.
Sewell.
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
Buns.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0.
Okay, item D, discuss an action to approve resolution 2903, a resolution approving the transfer of funds for February 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Third.
Roll call?
Sewell.
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
Buns.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0.
Item E, discussion action to approve resolution 2904, a resolution for approval of the project for technology upgrades for the city of Hudson.
So moved.
Second. That's what Lori just talked to us about. from-
Right.
Got it.
Right.
I do have one question.
Okay,
Is there anything, because we're gonna have more involved in this in moving the police department over. So there's nothing that we're duplicating by doing now that we can't wait and do later?
No.
Okay. Simple
Yeah,
answer, no.
There's more coming,
Right, because we're gonna have to
With that.
move
that move.
all the police department server stuff over to the police department building.
Not necessarily, right?
Keep it here, will we?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's all staying here, but the
Yeah.
point is we need to get a connection between this building and that building.
Okay, so the main server stuff is still being fixed and housed
Yeah, I
here.
mean, so all this project still makes sense, 'cause
Okay.
that way it'll stay here. The point of that would be, if you move the police, you don't wanna have to redo that project for them.
That's what I'm asking,
Right,
yeah.
so it's all gonna be here in City Hall, shared by City Hall and the police.
But the connection will just go over to that building.
Yeah, which is tricky.
Is it wireless or hardwired?
It'll be hardwired, it'll be a fiber connection between the two buildings, so that's really what you need, particularly because they're uploading dash cam video, it's high bandwidth, we really need as fast a connection as we can get. And I've been exploring that for the past few days, and I think I finally have a contractor who's willing to do it. I have one that hasn't called me back, others say, well, they're internet service providers, they'll sell you bandwidth on both sides, and you can do a VPN between the two, but that's really not ideal
Right.
either. We want a piece of fiber in that building, running to this building, switches on both ends, and that way they're really part of the same network, it just happens to be down the street. So it'll perform the same way as if they were in this building, but that will come at quite a cost, and I don't know what that is. So far, one of the internet service providers, UPN, who you guys are getting here in a couple of months, said, oh yeah, we can do that, it'll be $1,500 a month for 60 months. I said, that's a $90,000 project, well, it's just our rate sheet, so I'm pressing back on them, they'll come back with something. I think if we just have a trenching company come in and do it, and put the fiber in the ground and connect the two, the investment will probably be pretty big, not that big hopefully, but then you'll own it, and it won't be an ongoing expense for the city. I don't think, there's no way it's gonna cost that much, but I don't know what trenching costs. They charge by the foot, you might have a better idea, right?
Like I say,
If
Hoffman's
you, if
do
you
it.
can't find somebody, Tom Peterson might be somebody talking
Okay.
about a boring rate. so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, well, and it would probably be a good idea to get a quote from both. Now, this contractor is Tetro,
Teeter Electric?
up in Waverly, so they do the whole thing. They do the trenching and they do the terminate the cable, the fiber and all that stuff, so they can do the whole thing. You probably need a secondary
You would, yeah.
to do the actual fiber work. But yeah, it's worth getting bid. I mean, I actually called Waverly Utilities and said, who do you guys use to do this? So I don't really know.
Well, I know
much.
Hoffman's does most of the boring in this town.
And I
for all
called them
that
and haven't
stuff.
heard back.
Oh, Hoffman's?
Yeah, it's a worst time of year to try to find a trenching contractor,
Yeah.
because they've all been waiting to start working, and now they've got work piled up, so
Okay.
it's gonna be tough, but,
Okay.
it sounded like Tetro was willing, and if Tom wanted to give a bid, he might as well, if he's able, so.
Perfect.
Okay, any other questions?
No, appreciate the input.
Okay, roll call?
Sewell.
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Buns.
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0.
Item F, discussion action to approve resolution 2905, a resolution accepting the resignation of HMAU board member, and that would be Wanda Birdsong.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Reister.
Aye.
Sewell.
Aye.
Buns.
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
Motion carries
And thank you,
4-0.
Wanda, for all of your years of service. Item G, discussion action to approve resolution 2906, a resolution for approval of employment for the city of Hudson, Iowa for the position of baseball softball director for summer 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Same
Discussion?
person that did it last year, I believe.
No.
It's a new one?
Coach Leonard,
I don't know who that is, but okay,
he's their basketball coach,
sounds great.
boys basketball coach.
Roll call?
Wyatt,
Aye.
Reister,
Aye.
Sewell,
Aye.
Buns,
Aye.
motion carries 4-0.
Okay, there are 10 informational items in the packet. Reminder items, regularly scheduled meetings held at council chambers except for the electric board and the library board. Public Works, March 16th. Public Safety, March 24th. Personnel Admin Finance, March 28th. Mayor's Task Force, April 19th. Next two committee meetings will be Monday, March 28th and April 11th, both at 6 p.m.
The only difference is Public Works is canceled, just so you know.
Oh, Public Works is?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't wanna talk to us?
Move to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign?
No.
Okay,
we
motion
don't wanna
carries.
adjourn.